In other news, did you know that cannabis is considered a superfood? Well, it is, and that's why the next revolution in the cannabis industry is largely expected to be in bringing cannabis ingredients to the food and beverage market. The problem is that ingredients meant for consumption have to go through a rigorous series of tests. And even then, different nations will have different standards that have to be met. So there's almost never a one-size-fits-all solution. The good news is that Israeli-based Kineticann has developed a way to solve all of your cannabis food needs. And here to tell us more is CEO and founder of Kineticann, Offer Segal. Offer, it's a pleasure to have you here with us. Thank you so much. Now, tell us a little bit about Kineticann.
First of all, thank you for having me on the show. So, as you mentioned, the food and beverage industry is looking at cannabis as the next big game changer. And although it might seem that it's easy to incorporate cannabis into food, just spread it on, it's not. There are two major challenges. One would be the technological challenges, how to incorporate, and the second is, as you mentioned, the regulations and the standards of a very mature food industry. So at Kineticann, we recognized where the market is heading. We lived up to both challenges, and we are now producing food ingredients, cannabis food ingredients that are designated for the food industry.
All right, so how does this technology work exactly? How do you go about doing what Kineticann does?
Okay, so our ingredients are designated and designed to work specific for the food and beverage industry. That's the technology, that's what we are doing. And understanding our clients, which are food and beverage companies, we are focusing on consistency, on controlled release, on accurate dosing, and of course, harnessing the entourage effect.
All right, so that actually brings me to my next question, because one of the major challenges in any cannabis technology is actually harnessing, as you mentioned, the entourage effect, which is, of course, how all of the many active components in cannabis actually have a synergistic effect, where they improve one another's efficacy, as opposed to when you pull one of these chemicals out, their efficacy drops dramatically. So how does your technology preserve this effect?
So not only that we're talking about how how the cannabis compounds are working with each other, we have also incorporated other natural compounds and getting from that a much larger effect, an effect that can help us not only in the function but also in other issues of the ingredient. Some of them we're now patenting.
All right, so first of all, where would you find some of these projects, and what stage of development is your company in right now?
First of all, we've finished R&D. We are now manufacturing. We get a lot of interest from different food and beverage companies that want to incorporate this ingredient in their food and beverages, and they understand that we are complying with their needs. Where will you find us? Anywhere. In any known brand, in any chocolate, and in any product that you like, you will find us there.
Now, something I read about you and Kineticann is that you describe this as a functional food. Can you tell me a little bit about what that means?
Yeah, well, the world is going to functional foods. I mean, you put curcumin in drinks. You're using the food not only for nutrition, you're using it to get other functions. And basically, if you're using plants and you're using, why not cannabis? It's the major superfood.
Wow, yeah, well, I think all the research pretty much, or a lot of it actually, at least, definitely promotes that view. So what's next for Kineticann then?
Well, we saw where the market is heading. We understand the big boom ahead. We got the tech, we got the know-how, and we got the ability. So next for us is to meet the market, and for that we are now fundraising, and we're doing that through the PeopleBiz platform, and I invite everyone to invest and join us in the cannabis food tech revolution.
All right, well, we'll put the address of where you can find Kineticann on PeopleBiz if you want to get involved in Kineticann's future development. Offer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.